Hello everyone, today we have new video review and this time we're gonna check fresh kit from Flyhawk. Of course it is molded in 700 scale and as you can see this time it copies HMS Legion in 1941. It's a full hull in kit. As you can see it's also features several bonuses inside, and as you can see now we have this nice box art on the front. But first let me remind you that we are still gathering money for the new camera, and you can help us by pressing the donate button on our website. It is easy, it is done via PayPal, so it should be safe as well. Here you can see comparison of the box size with my hand. It's not that big box and it's also quite thin, as you can see. Here we have QR codes for different contact methods. And here we have warning letter about this kit as well as some other kits from the same manufacturer. That's a top opening box. Just give me a second to open it somehow, because it's a bit tight fit. As you can see it's quite sturdy top part, and here is what we have inside. So of course we have this small poster with the same picture as what we have on the box art, so you can place it somewhere on your table. Here we have short history note as well as technical specifications. Next we have assembly manual. It is printed in typically Flyhawk style. As you can see it's a vertical let's say layout. We have parts map first, then we have some safety information. Assembly process starts with hull, and then we continue with different superstructures, sub-assemblies, and then here we have color printed painting guide, which should come handy for the final steps on your ship kit. Next we have all those plastic sprues. As you can see they are separated in several segments so that they won't be damaged while being sent via post or just being shipped to you. So because all those plastic bags are sealed, I will need scissors in order to open them, so just give me a second to do this. We start with this one, and here we have this white frame which should come handy for all minor details. So let's not forget that this is 700 scale, so here you can see size of these parts. They're really tiny, but they will copy all elements on the deck. And be careful while separating this of the sprue, because once again I remind that their size is really small and it might be not that easy for some of modelers to get them separate of the frame. Now I'm opening the next plastic bag, and here we have another gray plastic sprue. Just give me a second. Here it is. And I won't change zoom. Actually we can even zoom in so that you can see these parts closer, because all those parts will be small, and as you can see steel detailing is kept on really nice level, and I think in finished state these parts should look even better. The only tricky part here will be painting these parts, because don't forget that they're really small and you have to have some sharp pointed brush in order to have a nice result. Next I'm opening Ziploc bag with several frames. Here we have, for example, this one where we have masts which will have to be installed on the deck, of course. Again, really nice molding quality, even though these are thin parts. And next we have this plastic sprue with this tube as well as superstructure. As you can see they're molded as one piece parts, so at least here you won't have to deal with separate pieces. You just separate this part of the frame, you attach it to the deck, and you are good to go. Next we have another Ziploc bag. This one carries parts for the turrets, and I will show them in a second. So here is the first one. Here we have barrels for the turret guns, and here we have, I guess these are lower halves for the turrets. Next we have special cardboard. Actually there are several of them with different bonuses for this kit. So here is the first one. I will zoom out so that you can see it in a full view, let's say. And it is packed into the separate plastic bag together with this decal sheet. so just give me a second to remove it. Okay, so of course the decal sheet has all necessary symbols only for one marking option. I will zoom in so that you can see it closer. Printing quality is really nice, and I think application won't bring you any extra problems. I mean, I've assembled tanks from Flyhawk, and I can assure you that it will be easy process to apply those decals on your model. Then we have this thick cardboard with small P thread. It should come handy for external detailing, of course, but again, don't forget about the size. Here you can see comparison with my fingertip. They're really tiny, and it will take some time before you apply all those parts on your ship. And don't, let's say, underestimate this kit, because that's not all. I mean, we have more P parts. I'm opening the next plastic bag, which is actually supplied as a bonus. I mean, this plastic bag contains all bonus parts for this edition of this kit, and we also have separate assembly manual for this bonus set, let's say. As you can see, for example, masts will be replaced with metal parts. The same can be said about the deck parts, and note that we even can buy separate gun barrels. And as far as you can see, there is supplied in this kit, so just give me a second to show them to you. Here we have this large cardboard with several PE threads, metal wire, and also metal barrels. I won't open them in order not to lose them, but you can see them clearly through the transparent plastic bag, and obviously they're better than what we have in plastic. Then here we have these metal rods, which should come handy for masts, and then we have several PE threads. So here we have PE thread for all thin parts on the hull, and here you can see all other elements which will be copied with help of PE parts. Be ready to use sharp knife, because otherwise it will be tricky to separate them off the thread, and I think it will take some time if you use something different. Next we have this small Ziploc bag with parts connected together and, let's say, bind together with help of rubber band. So I need to remove it. And even though these are sprues which carry different set of parts, as you can see, they nicely combine together due to the special structure of the frames. But actually here we have different parts, as I said before. As you can see, there are 3 frames. I will zoom in so that you can see them closer, and here they are. Again, really nice molding quality, and I don't have any complaints about the detailing of those elements, especially if you consider the scale of those parts. Now I'm trying to open the next. It's actually not a plastic bag, it's plastic box. Here you can see it, it's a transparent plastic box which houses one-piece elements for superstructures, for deck detailing. So just give me a second to open it. It's a bit tricky task. I'm not sure why. Oh, there is a tape glued to the top section of this box. That's why it's a bit tricky to open it. So just give me a moment to scribe away this tape and we'll check it closer. Okay, so as I said, we have here one-piece superstructure parts which should come handy for detailing of your ship. So here you can see the first one, here is the second one, here we have more. I guess those are turret parts. Here's another one, 2 more, and then we have this main superstructure which is molded as one piece as well. Next, the last element here is of course hull, because hull here, as I said before, is a one-piece part, so that's why it is packed like this. I will zoom out so that you can see. As you can see, it's wrapped in a foam and it's also separated into the separate section of the box, so you shouldn't be worried about possible damage for this part. And I see that manufacturer decided to use several layers of foam in order to have all parts carefully secured. So, okay, we move those superstructures away. So here you can see deck parts and also hull parts. This look quite nice, and even dry feed should show you the nice result straight away. Just give me a second to combine them and I will show them to you. Also we have the position pins, which should come handy as well. So here you can see what we have as a dry feed. It is not glued, it's just combined together as a dry feed. So that's all for this video review. I hope you enjoyed it. As you can see, we have another nice ship kit from Flyhawk. It should be available immediately on their official website. Of course, I will be happy to hear your opinion about this kit. Write it here in the comment section below. And if you like this video and you would like to see more, press the like button and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And I will see you in the next video review as usual. Bye!